Ladies and gentlemen, Uniquely Unqualified Podcast Take Two, where we go over one subject for more easily consumable content. Before we get into anything, please like and subscribe. It helps me and motivates me as I grow this channel. Let's get right into one of my favorite motherfuckers in the world, Gavin Newsom, the state of California. And he is being, albeit it's not all his fault, but Gavin Newsom's wildlife bridge is costing more than twice the amount proposed. Just another financial scandal for the state of California. But first, let's go into a couple of little facts about this, right? So it's supposed to be a $50 million project. Big old project, wildlife bridge. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a bridge for wildlife to go across something. It's a highway. We'll get to it. It's supposed to be $50 million. Now it's $114 million. Still unfinished. And it seems like that 114 is probably going to go up. Usually does. It is actually called the Wallace Annenberg Wildlife Crossing, and it will be the largest wildlife crossing bridge in the world. It is in Southern California, located in Agora Hills, over the 101 freeway. The 101 freeway, I think, is 5 lanes on each side in that area. So this is a big wildlife bridge. It connects the Santa Monica Mountains to the Simi Valley, to the Simi Hills. And it allows, wildlife to cross so they're not getting hit by traffic. That's what it does. It's actually funded through multiple means, not just taxes. However, apparently, in order to get it finished, we're going to be dipping into some taxes. So what, I like wildlife bridges. I think this is a good idea. I think they need it. California, and especially like liberal run states, where there's just these giant city centers where everybody votes one way and the rest of the state is left to suffer because those people that live in the city centers don't actually know shit about the state, or much at all. They just go off of their feelings. It's kind of like the shit that happened in BC, in Vancouver, Canada, where what did they say? Can't hunt the bears anymore. Now the bears are eating shit again. It's like, hey man, you need a conservation program. You can't say that you can't hunt the bears. Like, hunters are actually conservationists. They're not bloodthirsty killers. A bloodthirsty killer will go out there and kill a baby doe or a baby deer or a doe out of season or a cow elk, just for shits and giggles. That's how it happens. When you go and hunt, you're a couple things. You want to go after the biggest, oldest critter that you're hunting, and it just so happens that it's going to feed you and your friends and your family. So that's a good thing. But hunters, not only for people that would want to put a nice big rack on their wall. That's true. But the only reason why it's a nice big rack is because you're going after the biggest damn thing that you can find. So that something younger and more healthy can work its way up and spread its genes. And then by the time that younger one spreads its genes and gets older and starts to become unhealthy or starts to become a problem for the herd because it's too big or too strong and it kills the younger population of the elk or whatever, just in defense of their pack of girls that they spread their genes through. You don't want that. So you want the older, bigger ones to die and or be killed by hunters so that younger ones can come up and mate, and that actually keeps the population healthy and thriving. So anyway, what the hell was I going with that? It's not that, anyway, so it's good that we have the wildlife bridge. We don't want them getting smacked by cars and things like that. That's where I was going with this. So, like in BC, say, nope, can't hunt the bears. Well, now the bears have, attacking people, going through campsites, fucking shit up. And then in, Colorado, oh, the wolves, we want the wolves. Well, they took fucking wolves. The population of Denver voted to bring wolves into areas where, there's ranch land with cattle. So they lack so much foresight. They don't know what the fuck they're doing or talking about. And so they get a bunch of wolves from Oregon that have already been eating cows and livestock, and they just put them right outside ranchers' property. And now the ranchers, who would have never voted for wolf reintegration into the area, are getting their cattle picked off. Why? Because idiot liberal voters in the city center. That's why. Anyway, not to say that there's a big problem in California. They should probably allow their mountain lions to be hunted. Seems like that would be a good initiative. But overall, you do want a healthy population of flora and fauna all around your state, your city, etc. Los Angeles is just a whole bunch of commonwealths, municipalities, cities, towns, just nestled in between rolling hills everywhere. I mean, Los Angeles is beautiful. It's really, really pretty. And anyway, so I like the idea of a wildlife bridge. That's cool. There's many of them. There's a lot of them. We need them. It's good. But California can't get a fucking train rail built, and now they can't even finish a fucking bridge. And the icing on the cake is that all these proposed projects, it's only going to cost this much. Double it, triple it, quadruple it, 10x it sometimes. And then it never gets done. Now, in this case, we are talking a pittance of $114 to $120 million. Poo-poo. Not the billions of dollars for a high-speed rail that still ain't complete, ain't gonna be complete ever. It's just a way to launder fucking money while this creep Gavin Newsom goes around smiling and boasting about, oh, it's just me. I know I am the most handsome politician. I am just so damn attractive. And that is a problem for me, to be honest. That guy is a really shitty dude. And he can't handle funding, projects, anything in his state. So this overall, though the wildlife bridge is absolutely necessary, absolutely needed, and guaranteed wanted by most of the population, this one's a failure too, because can't seem to get a bridge built for $50 million. Uniquely Unqualified Podcast Take Two. We will see you soon.